Welcome to Pathways, I'm Stephen Bettles. Today I'm speaking with Silvia Muiznieks, who is a certified Body Talk practitioner and senior Body Talk instructor, and she's from Calgary in Canada. Welcome to Pathways, Silvia.
Thank you, Stephen.
Now, Body Talk, it's a new term here in Australia. Can you give us a bit of an idea what Body Talk's all about?
Yes, certainly. Body Talk is a energy therapy, and it's fairly recent. It's been around for about maybe 12, 15 years. It was started off by actually an Australian, Dr. John Veldheim.
Yep.
And the technique itself is based on approaching the client's body and using a muscle type testing to find out where the body's imbalances and miscommunications are.
Okay.
And then once we have found those, we highlight them and tap over the head in order to get the brain to make the corrections that we've just discovered. And then also to tap over the heart to get those energetic corrections sort of solidified into the energetic field. And so we find the imbalances, make the corrections, and then store the corrections.
Okay, so it's an overall like health system for the body?
It is.
That integrates the whole?
Yes. We work at the physical level, at the mental and emotional level, as well as at the spiritual levels.
Yep.
It's all part of it.
Which is pretty much, I guess, modern day modalities moving there. So how do you, like, say for example, if you find that there's a spiritual imbalance in a person in relation to their body and the other systems, how do you begin to help the person balance those systems?
The person doesn't have to do anything.
Okay.
It's their innate wisdom that indicates where these slight imbalances are. And it could be at a consciousness level or some other level like that. And then the tapping of the technique is what actually makes the shift. So the person doesn't actually have to do anything.
Okay.
The body already does it.
Right.
And what happens is that people just start to shift and change, and their health improves. If it's at a spiritual level, then they just see the world differently and react differently within the world. It's just very amazing. It's a technique where it's done all on a very subtle level. Because you mentioned innate wisdom just before. A great terminology. I love that sort of terminology. Can you explain the innate wisdom component of how you actually use it in Body Talk? Yeah. Well, the innate wisdom, the way we use it is, that's our terminology for addressing the part of us that actually knows how to heal. So for example, if you cut yourself, you don't have to think about which cells to send to that part of the body and which proteins need to be released or in what sequencing things need to happen in order for that cut to heal. There is an innate aspect of ourselves that knows how to heal. Now what happens is that the brain occasionally gets blockages in it and can't see where the problems are in the body to help heal. But the innate wisdom, it's there underneath all. So what we do is using the muscle testing technique is address the innate wisdom, and it will point out, well, you know what, there's an imbalance between this, and that's why we're having a problem. And once we find those points and energetically just highlight them, tap over the brain, then the brain goes, whoa, there's something going on here I haven't seen before. And it makes that correction, and then the person improves. So the innate wisdom is there. It knows all. That's why it's wise. And we just need to address it to find out where the imbalances are, and particularly the priorities that we need to address. A lot of times when people come to us, we have several issues going on. There may be a number of things that are going wrong, but it's the innate wisdom of the body that knows which one is the most critical one to address first.
Yep.
So we don't actually ask for, is there a problem with the liver? Because most people have problems with their livers. So what we do is we'll ask, is the liver a priority at this time? And if it says yes, then we go ahead and address and find the links and the miscommunications.
Yep, yep.
If it says no, liver is not a priority at this time, that doesn't mean it's healthy. What it means is that at this point in time, there's something else that needs to be addressed. And so we're actually unraveling a person's layers of problems in the order that's the healthiest for them even.
Okay. Okay, because you actually go by a specific chart that is, I guess, the core operating system of how it works. Can you run us through that chart, and we'll put that up on the screen so the viewers can see what that looks like?
Certainly. We call it the Body Talk Protocol Chart, and it's broken up into 4 sections primarily, although there's another section at the top and the bottom. The very first thing at the top of the chart are permissions. And this is also something I think that separates Body Talk out from some of the other modalities, in that although a person may make an appointment with me and I assume I have permission with them, there may be some level of that person that does not want to get better. Maybe they are gaining some attention through being ill, or perhaps they are receiving like monetary rewards. I don't know if you have something like workers' compensation here.
Yeah.
But if they're injured, they'll get... And so there's a part of them that actually does not want to get better.
Okay.
So we ask permissions if they are a priority. And if they are, we have to clear permissions at all levels. Otherwise, you could treat that person till you're blue in the face and they won't get better.
Yeah, yep.
So that's at the top of the chart. That's the first question we ask. And then we have the sections, and each section has some of these techniques that are derived from either Western medicine or Oriental medicine or Ayurvedic medicine, various different aspects of other modalities.
Eastern, Western medicine type approaches.
Yeah,
yep.
And so the Innate then has a choice. It's like a menu. It can choose whether it wants to approach it through a Western methodology or an Oriental methodology.
Yep.
And by indicating then what is the most beneficial for this person, we formulate a little bit of we actually call it a formula. And the formula will have several different things in it that indicate where the imbalances are that are at priority right now.
Yep, yep.
And we tap that out. And if there's another formula, then we go through the same process, going through the chart. And then at the very end, we can ask if there are any other modalities. Now that's at the very bottom of the chart.
Yeah.
If there are any other modalities that are required. And it is possible that Body Talk is not the one that that person needs at this point in time. Maybe they need a medical doctor, or maybe they need a chiropractor to do an adjustment, or they need a massage. And so under other modalities, we access basically everything else that's out there that might be of benefit to this client.
Individual, yeah.
And if the therapist who's doing the Body Talk is trained in some of those, they can actually provide those services, or it's a way of referring out. Like I have referred some of my clients out to, the dentist. And I had no idea why I was referring them out. I just asked, is there another modality? Yes. Is it another alternative modality? No, it was an allopathic modality, and I went through and I found out I had to send this person to a dentist. And then when I asked her, do you have something that's going on with your teeth or something? And she sort of sheepishly looked at me and she said, well, I actually have 4 baby teeth still. She was in her 40s.
Gee whiz.
And she had been told that she needed to have these teeth extracted.
Right.
But she'd been putting it off.
Right.
So her innate wisdom was saying that the Body Talk is not going to be able to fix this until she actually goes to the dentist and has those teeth extracted.
That's quite unique for a modality to actually embrace and endorse other, Western and Eastern approaches as a part of the overall, I guess, healing benefit. That's quite unique. So
it is. That's one of the things that attracted me to the Body Talk system, that it is all-inclusive and covers the full spectrum of modalities, even though it may not be built right into the Body Talk, but there's a way of accessing all these other modalities, which may, as I said, be of priority for that client in order for them to move forward in their healing.
Now you've got a very interesting sort of